Welcome to German History with a German accent. My name is Wolf, W-O-L-F, just like the animal. And in today's video, I'd like to talk a little bit about what the stab in the back myth was. But before we get into this video, I'd like to thank all of you who had commented, liked, and supported my last video. I really appreciate your support. So, what was the stab in the back myth? Simply speaking, it is the claim that the German army was undefeated by the war enemy in World War I, but stabbed in the back by certain groups within Germany. Now let's look at the historical background first. In November 1918, World War I ended when the German Empire signed the armistice in the forest in Campania. By that time, the war had been going on for 4 years. At the time of signing the armistice, the German army was still standing outside German borders, in the territories of the war opponents. Only the German colonies had been defeated and occupied by said time. Up until the very end of the First World War, the citizens of Germany were told that the war was about to be won. But this was a propaganda lie. Paul von Hindenburg and Erich Ludendorff made videos about both, who basically ran Germany as military dictatorship since 1916, realized that they were no longer able to win the war. But instead of owning their defeat, they tried to push the blame away from the military onto politicians. Now, since we have spoken about the historical background, let's see where the stab in the back myth originated and how it was used to damage Germany. In the year 1919, General Field Marshal Paul von Hindenburg was interrogated by a committee of the parliament where he explained that the German army was undefeated in the field but was stabbed in the back by the Social Democrats and Jews at the home front. He insinuated that these groups have led workers to strikes, like in early 1918, when a massive strike in an ammunition factory occurred, and of course the revolution that ended the German Empire and Germany's transition into a republic. Hindenburg would nickname them November criminals. After World War I and during the Weimar Republic, the stab in the back myth was used repeatedly by right-wing parties to attack the young German democracy. It was also extremely popular amongst the people in Germany who have wanted to have a scapegoat for the war defeat, and especially for the harsh peace treaty of Versailles. Another aspect of the popularity of the stab in the back myth is that Paul von Hindenburg himself was a celebrated war hero, the hero of the Tannenberg battle in 1914 against Russia. When he became the Reichspräsident in 1925, it was nearly impossible to successfully fight this myth because he was the most powerful man in the Weimar Republic. To underline the validity of his testimony in the year 1919, he also stated that a British general rightfully claimed that the German army was stabbed in the back. This quote was said to be of General Frederick Barton Maurice. Maurice disputed this quote repeatedly. But now let's see, was the German army really undefeated in the field? Well, the German army may have still existed, but the fact that British divisions broke through the Hindenburg Line, or the Siegfriedstellung, in late September 1918 caused Erich Ludendorff to insist on an armistice. The Hindenburg Line was the main defense line on the Western Theater, which was also the last important defense line between the Entente and the German Empire. This clearly indicates what the German Army High Command really thought about the war situation. Besides the military situation, I also want to point out that the economic power of the Entente far exceeded the economic power of the German Empire. To summarize this, the First World War was long lost for Germany at this point. Thank you very much for watching.